I like and welcome one and all to the MSA Crusaders call. Voices strong, spirits bright, join us as we ignite. We're here to share, to inspire, to lift each other higher. With stories of strength, voices that shine, this is our journey, yours and mine. You're tuned into MSA Crusaders, where awareness begins, one story at a time.
Hello, welcome to another episode of my David. It's been on for a while.
It has been a while, for better and for worse with MSA. I'm very glad to finally get back on here, especially with you. You know, we both have very complicated lives with MSA, and it's really hard to just not have the energy to show up, but also to save your voice so that people can understand. So I am glad to be back. I'm just glad to see you and to hear from you again too.
Yeah, I think the voice of it.
Yeah, you can compare him to the voice from the last one. When was our last episode? I'll have to look it up. This is last year for sure. A lot of complications. Like you, so we are bouncing back from our MSA. We are not succumbing to it as much as it looks like it. We're trying our best to fight it in different methods. And we both have some very similar issues. For one, I find it very not ironic, but I find it very interesting that I do slur my words. I started out slurring my words, and you definitely slur you completely slur your words from beginning to end when you
That's
speak,
crazy.
right? And that's the cerebellar that's causing you to slur. But my voice has started more of these stuttering from the fine motor control that's gone. And I never thought that there was an MSA where people actually stuttered because everything from your lips to your throat is trembling from the internal tremors that we have.
That has more of an S and the F.
S's and F's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I have sometimes I just before here, I tried to say a word and I had to change the word completely because the stuttering. You said F's and S's. I also have words that I just can't say because of the mind will not let it go. So
Do you find yourself taking a deep breath all the time in the night?
like sighing or deep breaths in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sighing is normal for MSA people. MSA deep sighs. I find myself taking deep breaths in, completely opposite. Even in the nighttime on my non-invasive ventilation machine that breathes for me, like we fight all night long because I will take random huge breaths in after I just took a breath in.
Yeah.
I have no idea why.
No.
You exhale though for a heavy sigh is very common for MSA. Very common.
Yeah, there's a lot. People think I'm bored.
Yeah.
They're boring me.
So everyone says you're boring to them. Are we not entertaining Daisy as she is sighing for no reason? Well, could be worse. You could be it's not schizophrenic. It's what's that disease that people that yell randoms or
Tourette's.
Tourette syndrome, yeah. So it could be worse. So, there's a lot of things that's happened in the last couple of weeks of Tourette's that make me happy that at least I don't have Tourette's because me speaking my mind would not be very good. And you too, Daisy. I know you be yelling at me too much.
Probably when I'm talking to someone, I think I'm bored of the conversation. I'm bored with the conversation.
Important conversations. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can actually stop. I don't know if there's medication or something to stop the sign. because it's your brain telling your lungs to do that. But is it have you ever heard of a medication or procedure
haven't,
for that? No,
haven't
I haven't either. That's something that I don't think they have these size, but
talking with, Aggie, sorry, she put her hand on her shoulder, bad in the last part of her life. I'm just telling you, my neck, my hand on her shoulder, so
you know,
I'm kinda scared in a way that I'm fine. That's what Aggie,
everybody's symptoms are in different order.
that's her.
So Daisy just said that basically she's afraid that she is so the process of MSA deterioration. She has this dystonia, and like Aggie did, and Aggie passed, right?
Yeah,
Right. It was one of the last things that happened to Aggie, or the last thing that happened to Aggie before she passed. And Daisy is rightfully concerned about that being her last. The end is near because she also has very, as you can tell right now, extensive dystonia. I mean, I have it too, but I just have to straighten my head. Mine goes probably like to like this right now. It's not horrible, and I don't notice it, but um, I don't think it would be fair to compare you and Aggie, or even compare you and me.
I have it all the time, I have my potato.
Well, dystonia, the dystonia is many things, including improper positioning of your body. And I guess our audience could appreciate if you bend your head too far. I'm sure that as it starts messing with your esophagus for breathing, maybe. Right? If you have this is gonna sound bad, like all 3 of us did, like many of us, would say all of us, at some point, we have muscle weakness, right? For example, I've lost my bottom muscle by finally. If I'm not sitting up, vomit flows right out my mouth, and I aspirate it. So I've lost control of that bottom muscle that keeps everything in its contents in the stomach. So now I'm worried about aspiration pneumonia. But as like Aggie and yourself, because you and Aggie have lost muscle weakness way more than me, but as we
Esophagus,
esophagus, so it's not esophagus, it's inflammation.
the plant,
It's esophagus something.
esophagus,
Is it esophageal, or is it laryngitis? I have to look up the one. Which one would that be? I'll have to look it up, but I believe you. I started to list from my list that I have. But if you I'm guessing, if like us, we're losing all of our muscle control, including the insides of our throat, throat muscles, vocal cords, and all that stuff, and the outside. I guess if you're that far over and that far progressed, it might make sense that if your outside muscles cannot keep your head up, then probably your internal muscles also, like your throat, breathing, and swallowing, is also bad too.
yeah, I had a problem with throwing up in my mouth a lot,
Yeah, yeah, what, through your mouth a lot?
throw it up in my mouth.
So, yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
And I've lost my muscle control I think the last 2 weeks. I'm actually sitting up in my bed, wedged up, and I hate going to hospitals because the hospital beds are the worst when they sit you up. I like to sleep flat on my sides, but I can't because
I do.
my bad shoulders and my bad back. So anytime I lay down on my back or my side, just that's the bad part is if you have vomit coming out into your throat in the middle of the night, your muscles at some point will be so weak that you will not even realize that you've aspirated it until you're sick with pneumonia. And that's what I'm concerned about. What you're saying, I'm worried now because my last muscle is giving away that my the little epiglottis, the little flap that controls air and food is going to also not work anymore, and I will not know or feel basically vomit going down my windpipe into my lungs, penetrating, as they say.
Sleep
Do
all
you
that.
use? Go
Canada.
ahead.
I see the people Canada. Sleep all
Yeah,
that.
you're superhuman cat.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
All right.
Say it one more time for me.
I'm in the hospital.
In the hospital?
Yeah.
Weren't you just in the hospital or something related to your cat, super pubic catheter?
Yeah.
Does that affect your like vomit or throat muscles or anything? Because when I think catheter, you're talking about your urination, right?
Yeah.
And you have a brown bag too.
No, I don't have it yet.
No, okay. I was wondering if you had that, would it affect your vomiting?
I don't think evidence to
I hope you don't get to that point.
strangely enough, I haven't been to the hospital. I haven't been to
Yeah, I had MSA for
ever since 2021.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, just since the Simpsons started, I'm surprised that the weird twists and turns it takes. For a while there, I was following you completely. Every system that you had, I would have. And, you're
It's
talking about.
still, you're still therapy. Probably say you for that.
I do agree. She says my stem cell therapy has probably saved me from a few things.
Fine.
I was going to make a video. Here's what I know after my first stem cell treatment. Here's my for a fact. Part of my it's putamen, not putamen, but my right side of my putamen diffuser activity came back. So I regained some of my dopamine function. For how long, I'm not sure. And pay attention. But part of my putamen, the right side, came back with diffuser neuroactivity. Now the question is, even though that came back, were the signals still coming down to the rest of my body? So I would say no, it did not, because I did not see a great increase in overall with MSA. But I do for a fact believe and feel that the stem cells, especially the mitochondrial MSC stem cells,
It's
I,
like,
I, I believe they actually saved me from my valves down.
gives you out of my head.
Say again?
Gives you out of my stage even fine, man.
Yeah, I believe it's slowed down the bottom part of my body,
Projected.
my bladder, my gastrointestinal tract, my walking, right? I mean, I'm at the gym the other day doing weights and stuff. I'm not running, but I believe it definitely took gave me a piece of my life back.
You know,
Is it solve all? No.
I actually walk in parallel bars back and forth 3 times.
Paralyzed back and forth 3 or 4 times?
Parallel bars.
Parallel bars, yeah, for walking.
Um, 3 times forward and 3 times backwards.
Outside of the water? That was recently? So you still got it. You're doing more walking than when I first met you.
Apparently, I don't like
When I first met you, you were only in the pool. You only talked about walking in the pool, and even then it was hard for you. So I not that I told you or anything, but I kept saying muscle memory. Your body has muscle memory. You hear my dog barking.
like that.
Your body has muscle memory, and body emotion stays in motion. And yet you're in a wheelchair on a parallel bar, you can still walk back and forth 3 or 4 times. That's why I yelled at you one day, and I probably shouldn't have. I was very direct and blunt to you, and we came to some tears. But I told you basically, like I tell everybody else, don't be satisfied for a wheelchair. Get off your ass and make it happen, right? If you want that piece of cake that's on the kitchen table and none of around to get you, do it your damn self. Find a way and do it. And yet here you are after so many podcasts for 2 years now, give or take. And you have now gone from walking. You told me before you walked 4 steps. Last I heard of you walking was four steps outside of the water, and now you said 4 or 5 trips back and forth. So not to say it's easy for everybody, but if you want it, you can achieve it. If you want to be mobile, you can do it. It just takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of effort to do these things.
It's a risk,
For the calls,
risk of fall.
trips and fall, yeah. If you want to be a stubborn asshole like me, you have a brand new shoulder, which I'm still not. I'm like 50%. I still haven't recovered. Not even close. Haven't recovered. And in the trips and falls, I torn this one even. I told my wife last week. I said I'm going to have a surgery. I'm not going to get a shoulder replacement because that's horrible. That's what happened to this one. But I have to get the shoulder fixed because I've been falling on it and using it and compensating for so long. I think I've torn it in three different places because it hurts 3 different ways. You can tell when you move it.
And then I share please.
When you what?
You use a power share while you can still learn how to use it.
Yeah, well, if you can still use it,
It's easier, harder, easier, it's not easy to learn it.
which
It's not easy to learn how to have a power share.
the electric chair,
It's not easy to learn how to use it.
how to use it.
I haven't got
Do you ever get it by yourself?
to let me say well.
That's a no.
No,
I mean, keep building on what you're walking. 3 or 4 or 5 trips is not nothing, right? Do what you can to regain muscle in your legs, and you'll be surprised.
I use a gate wheel.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Yeah, I despise gait belts. I hate them. I hate them. Someone's always tugging on you.
You know, at least,
I'm back in physical therapy for walking again, and the first thing I do is build a belt gait. And I'm like, don't touch me because like Michael J. Fox said, people that touch him, like touch me while walking, are distracting, and I have to worry about you rather than worrying about my feet. So yeah, I can't stand even my wife when we walk like places. She doesn't usually grab my hand too much anymore because she knows it distracts me, and I'll trip and fall because I'm not concentrating on my feet, my body, my tempo, all that good stuff. So yeah, well, at least you're up and going more than you did before. I'm glad to hear that. And the same thing with your head, but your neck. There's exercises, but
yeah, exactly.
it hurts a lot, doesn't it? Pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I I don't move my head very much at all also, but this dull aching pain, it won't go away.
It feels like,
Concussion.
yeah,
You had also had so how was your procedure? How did it go for you're having some teeth orthodontic work done, teeth. Did they
yeah,
did they give you anesthetic or did they put you under or no?
laughing, yeah,
And they numbed it, right?
yeah.
How did you react to laughing gas? Was that okay?
He ran out of the way about to get into the car, yeah, but I'm basically,
Yeah, you don't think so? A lot of people with laughing gas start tripping out like on their way home. They start saying weird things.
it was the first time
Yeah,
they ever had it.
I've had it once, and I just went under anesthesia a couple weeks ago for my lower back pain. so they can put inject some fascia joints on my back to numb them for pain. The guy was hesitant about using anesthesia, local anesthesia. I said, "You don't understand. I have severe mild chronic jerking, and if you don't tie my ass to the table, I'm going to jerk while you have that needle in my spine, and you're going to paralyze me." So I had to talk him into, because he was worried about blood pressure. So he actually he gave me anesthesia in three parts to make sure my BP did not go up or down too much. Anesthesia is, the worst thing to have for MSA, because that's how we aspirate things, and we get sick with pneumonia, we die in the hospital.
Sorry about jerking off yourself.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. And then I had Sima.
A lot
Yeah,
of what?
had Sima.
Anesthesia.
Had Sima.
You had a lot of anesthesia? Anesthesia?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Do they give you anesthesia for your catheter? This guy hurt getting poked in the side. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's right.
I've been poked between the toes and the fingers for, yeah, uh, bad gases in the blood, but never in the side.
Like,
Now,
I,
they
let me see.
they don't give you anything for it. I will forego that process.
It's,
So what about your dry knee bleeding? I cannot. I'm going to stuttering the word stutter. And the MSA is so fun. How has your dry needling gone?
yeah,
So you got that done primarily for pain. Now, pain everywhere, or pain just in the back, in the neck? They just poked you in the neck areas,
yeah,
and it helped. And you said it helped. How long has it helped for?
pretty much.
Few months?
It
Oh, recessed the nerve. Yeah, you told me we recessed the nerve and the pain, back to square one, back to zero. But so that pain in your neck has gone away?
no, it's down to 4.
Oh, is it back?
It was 6, down to 4. 4 love,
Is it worse as before?
4 love.
And how long did it last for?
Uh,
Do you have it every week?
yeah, it's last couple of days.
Do you have dry needling acupuncture every week for your neck?
Yeah, every Monday.
Oh, forget that. You're you are way very stronger than I am. I would wait, no, once a month, maybe. So does it last the whole week?
No,
How many days does it last?
not 2.
2.
But when I'm home before, let's see, about Saturday, so not the pain.
Now, is it pain because you're trying to do things, or pain because of, like, dissonance? Both. I can I can appreciate that. My neck will go out just trying to get up from bed by myself,
Oh, yeah.
trying to roll over.
How can your head straight up?
Say it again?
How can your head straight up?
Your head sticks up. Oh, sit straight up? There you go, straight up. Rotate the head. There's a twist your head on the neck. Yeah, lean over. This is what you're doing. Leaning over and you're twisting. You're posing for GQ, that magazine. What is you doing? So you also told me that you say your voice has gotten worse, but man, I can still I can understand more in this podcast than the last couple that we even tried. I mean, we never even put them out. The last podcast we had was absolutely horrible. I felt so bad because your voice was absolutely gone.
Yeah,
I felt like I was humiliating you, and I didn't mean to. But I mean, this is MSA. Now I can, like, I can understand at least a lot more.
You know what?
Say that again?
One word at a time.
You saved your voice for this? Resting helps your voice, right?
Yeah, I'm having one word at a time.
That's the same as your body though too though, right? If you're looking forward to doing something tonight or tomorrow, you're going to rest a lot more before to save you energy, right? For that.
Not
Yeah.
you getting something like that.
How bad has your voice progressed, do you think, since last time?
I hear it saying,
You hear it the same?
but it's recorded, and I watch it as well. It does not sound like that.
It's just different from what you hear and what you have recorded. Does Google still recognize you? Yeah, I'm surprised mine actually gets all the stuttering out for the most part. Still understands the words I'm saying. I'm completely flabbergasted. I know Google is listening to me, but I talk a lot. But it seems to get. I'm not. My voice is not like yours. Again, I should not be comparing, but I'm shocked with my speech how bad it is. How Google still is able to understand what I'm saying for the most part. You're using, aren't you using are you using, are you, uh, my vocal cord is, uh, saliva, this is what happens when you have saliva pulling against one vocal cord. You're hearing, I'm basically gurgling as I'm talking. So, the raspiness is not because I'm having a raspy, like I'm cold, I have a cold or flu. The raspy is because that's what I thought dysphonia was, but it's a word that it's a
Saying,
it's a different one. That they just gave me for speaking. Hypomimia is reduced facial expressions. Dysarthria, difficulty speaking clearly due to muscle weakness. And there's another one that's like like phonics or something. But that's the saliva pulling that we worry about going into our lungs to aspirate. So sometimes you have to reset with a drink.
it's been time to one of the person.
How's that?
He had, you had
What's the term?
aspiration moment.
Aspiration pneumonia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who had that?
my mom said,
Your mom?
my mom said,
Mom's husband. That's very hard to get. What does he have?
you have heart attack, what you mean? Uh, it's American man have heart attack.
He had something from a poison. Parkinson's. Yeah. Yeah. Autonomic function disorder like this in the swallowing is seen years, if not decades down the line with Parkinson's. It's like autonomic functions are one of the last things that happen for people with Parkinson's. And the swallowing and the voice, the speech and all that is the lack of motor control is an autonomic control. So how old was he? How long did he have Parkinson's for?
And
8 years. They probably diagnosed him pretty late.
yeah, the nurse home said
The nursing home for
7 years.
wow. Yeah, Parkinson's in older people is misdiagnosed so far down the road. That's crazy.
She's married again.
You what?
He's married again.
One more time.
He is married again.
He is something again. Yeah. Reset. They say water helps you speak and stuff and control your saliva. Water never helps me. It makes it worse. I have a reaction to water.
She is married again.
She's married again. Well, you're not supposed to say that. Oh yeah, let's say I got this right before I have to cut this as a video. Your mom's husband was in the nursing home for 7 years, but he had Parkinson's for 8 years, and I assumed he's passed away. And the next thing he said is, "Your mom married again."
Yeah.
Are you saying that in a good way or a bad way? Was she That's so many questions, Daisy.
Yeah, he hadn't.
You know what?
He hadn't seen.
He's something me.
He got to place an accident. You're
Remember what?
when
You're saying too many syllables. You're like me. Oh, of course we are. Are we done? Yes. What's the voice? My voice is raspy and hers is completely gone. Daisy did save her voice to try today as much as possible. We both know that this is very, it could be seen as very humiliating what we're doing, talking the way we are. When people will how disabled we are. But, to me, right, but to Daisy and I, this is life, and it's just another Wednesday. So we joke at it, and yes, I have more questions than she has for me, but that's life. At least she can still type, she can still speak, and she is learning to walk again, which is absolutely crazy. And remember, we are all MSA Crusaders. Thank you, Daisy. Am I gonna see you again next week?
That's it, we're running the interviews.
Okay. Yeah, we lined up. Until then, thank you, Daisy.
Thank you.
As we close another chapter, remember you're a factor. In this fight, we're not alone. Together we have grown. With every voice that speaks its truth, we shine a light, we're living proof. Remember, we're all MSA Crusaders, and together we can make a difference. I have MSA, but it can't steal my soul. It can't touch the fire that makes me whole. Every tear just feeds my flame. I rise each day and claim my name. 'Cause I'm a fighter going down swinging, ain't giving up no matter what I'm bringing. You can count the scars, but they don't define me. The soul's still wild, and I won't go quiet. of hearing what and speak up. Slow down, my voice is slipping like sand through a sea. And still I try to make every word count. MSA is still in my sound, but inside my head I'm loud and proud. I sound fine in my head, so clear in my mind, but out in the air my words unwind. It's taking me by little, night after night. My legs are weak, they barely hold my arm. I need your soul. I used to flow free and the water's blue. Now if you don't hold me, I'll sink right through. I'm so tired, but I still try. Though this thief keeps taking pieces of my life. It's taken so much already. My strength, my ease, the things once steady. It's trying to take my dignity, but I'm holding on to what's left of me. I sound fine in my head like I always did, but the mirror don't lie and the world don't bend. I don't want your pity, I wanna be heard before I lose the shape of every word. It's taking me by little, breath after fight. My legs give out, I lean on grace. Hold my hand, match my pace. I used to feel strong in the ocean tide. Now I need your arms just to survive. I'm so tired, but I still try. Though this storm keeps swallowing my sky. I'm tired of repeating myself, but I will until I can't anymore. 'Cause even in whispers, even in pain, there's still a voice, and it still has your name. I used to strum 6 strings, pour out my soul, singing from porches where dreams made me whole. Mama smiled proud, said that's my girl. Now silence wraps round this unraveling world. Words were my tools, I used to guide, held broken hearts, walked by their side. Now I sit here, fingers slow and shy, tapping out letters, too proud to cry. MSA, thief of time, you stole my voice, you blurred the lines, took my rhythm, my melody, but you can't take the memory. I miss the fire, I miss the free, more than anything. I miss me. Roles have shifted, I'm not who I was. Love feels like caretaking wrapped in a cause. Still I'm here behind tired eyes, still that young girl in a slow disguise. You take the breath, the speech, the grace, but not my soul, not my place. In every note I ever sang, I'm still there, I still remain. MSA, thief of time, you stole my voice, you blurred the lines, took my rhythm, my melody, but you can't take the memory. I miss the fire, I miss the free, more than anything. I miss me. I was. Love feels like caretaking, wrapped in a cause. Still I'm here behind tired eyes, still that young girl in a ring. I miss the fire, I miss the free, more than anything. I miss me. So strong for me, I cannot sing out loud what I forgot. Still a song, still a light, fading slow but burning bright. So strong for me when I cannot sing out loud what I forgot. I'm still a song, I'm still a light, fading slow but burning bright. You fight my fight when I've got nothing left. When I can't speak, you take the breath. You are my words, you are my words. You fill the gaps with no regrets. No hesitation in your stride. You carry me with quiet pride. You fight my fight with every hug, with every light. You're the reason I still try. You hold my hope, you dry my eyes. There's no place you'd rather be. You choose this love so selflessly. I'd be lost in a world that turns away. But you fight my fight. I watch you rise before the sun, caretaking mode, the day's begun. No complaints, just steady hands. You give more than most can stand. In waiting rooms through tests and tears, you carry burdens no one hears. You fight my fight with every hug, with every line. You're the reason I still try. You hold my hope, you dry my eyes. There's no place you'd rather be. You choose this love so selflessly. I'd be lost in a world that turns away. But you fight my fight. You didn't ask for this card to play. It's not fair. It hurts some days, but you never run, you never fold. You carry me through highs and lows. You fight my fight through every shadow, every night. I don't want you out of sight. You're the fire that keeps me alive. No one else could ever do what I found in the heart of you. You're my safe place, you're my guide. So loyal and so right. You fight my fight. I'd be forgotten in a world that doesn't know how to care. But you simply care, and you fight my